Hey, what's up guys? Gary Walker here with liveanabolic.com, and in this video I'm going to give you a weight loss diet for men over 40. I'm going to give you a couple things that you can utilize that's going to help you build muscle and get leaner as quickly as possible, all right? And it's combining two amazing protocols. You are going to be combining carb cycling with intermittent fasting. So both alone provide tremendous benefits. So when you include these two together, you're gonna get even more benefits, maximal optimal benefits. So I just wanna show you how to structure that. First, let's start with some of the benefits, all right? If you're just doing intermittent fasting, it alone is gonna provide a lot of benefits, such as insulin control. It's gonna help lower insulin levels throughout the day, which is gonna help facilitate fat loss. So that's a big benefit with just doing intermittent fasting. It's also going to help increase growth hormone levels. So growth hormone levels, the big benefits to that when they're increased is it's going to help speed up your metabolism, which is going to help with the fat burn and also help with the muscle building properties. So you're going to be able to build muscle, maintain muscle, and lose fat simultaneously. So those are really good benefits as well. It also helps repair your body at the cellular level. So those are other big benefits to just intermittent fasting. And when you combine carb cycling, again, you're gonna double a lot of those benefits because carb cycling is also going to do some of the same things with growth hormone. It's gonna help release more growth hormone. You're gonna get tremendous benefits with your leptin and ghrelin levels as well. It's gonna help maintain those so you're not getting thrown out of whack, constantly starving or being hungry all the time, your body's gonna constantly be feeding you these crazy signals, and it's gonna help eliminate some of those issues. So combining the two of these will provide tremendous benefits, especially for you, someone that's older, whether you're approaching your 40s, you're already 40, 50, 60s, even in your 70s and beyond, you can get tremendous benefits by capitalizing on some of these things I'm about to share with you. But all right, the way you want to structure this, all right, this is how you're going to make them work together. You want to look at the upcoming week, all right? If you're someone that's following my Ripped After 40 program, if you're not, make sure you check that out because all of this is pretty much done for you. I've already written it out, designed it, put foods in place, and you can check that out by clicking on the link in the description box and get a copy of that program. But anyways, if you're already following it, all right, you kind of know how I have it structured. You should know completely how I have it structured. You can have 0 carb days, moderate carb days, and carb refeed days, surplus days. So basically what you want to do when you're having a 0 carb day, you're still going to want to get some of your cruciferous veggies, some fibrous carbs. It's not completely 0 carbs. You're just eliminating the higher and lower glycemic carbs, and you're focusing on those energy-free carbs, those calorie-free days. So basically, when you consume broccoli or cauliflower or green leafy veggies, for instance, say there's 10 calories in the serving you're about to consume, well, it's gonna make your body break that down when you eat it. Your body's gonna have to assimilate it and break it down for the nutrients. Well, it's taking your body more than 10 calories to break it down. So you're gonna be in a calorie deficit by consuming that food. That's why those are called free carbs, all right? Those are carbs that you want to consume if you're hungry. It's going to help with the satiating effect. Also, it's going to keep you full, satisfied, and it's just going to provide a lot of benefits. So also make sure you're getting your fiber, and you want to make sure you're getting those veggies throughout the day, especially on your 0 carb days. Moderate carb days, you're going to consume carbs around your workouts. So that's the other thing. Consume carbs pre-workout and carbs post-workout. And your carb surplus day, your refeed day, you're gonna want several carbs and from a variety of sources. Okay, so you can feel free to get some of those cravings out of the way on your carb refeed day. All right, but typically, like I said, you wanna look at the week ahead, prepare for that, and then you're gonna put your fasting window in place. So if you're doing the intermittent fasting, you're shooting for a 14 to 15 hour window when you're carb cycling. Most people shoot for longer windows of time with no food. However, for the program, the Ripped After 40 program, and if your goal is to build muscle, then it's going to require a certain amount of calories, and it's difficult to get that many calories in with only 3 meals. So I've shortened my window down. For instance, I follow the intermittent fasting and the carb cycling daily. And my window is either 14 or 15 hours. It kind of depends on whether I want 4 meals or 5 meals. I don't like large meals per se, so I typically shoot for 5 meals a day. My Ripped After 40 program, I usually, if you notice, I recommend 5 meals. When you do that, it's gonna take another hour away from your fasting window. So shoot for your first meal at 11, your last meal at 8. All right, and you're still gonna get enough of the fasting benefits by doing that. You can eat, your spacing can be every 3 hours or every 2.5 hours, and just make your adjustments with your fasting window based on those recommendations, 4 meals or 5 meals. But ultimately, guys, the goal is eat for your goal. So if you're wanting to lose weight, make sure you're maintaining that caloric deficit. Make sure you're getting all of your macronutrients in there. You want your good carbs. I'm going to give you some of those here in a minute. You want your good proteins and your good fats. But on the other side of that, if you're wanting to lose weight, then, or if you're wanting to gain weight, make sure you're in a caloric surplus. You're still going to want all 3 macros, but you're going to have to up those calories enough to make sure you are feeding your body with enough nutrients to grow. You've got to force it to grow. You're going to be doing a lot of intense workouts. So you want to make sure you are feeding and replenishing and allowing your body the proper nutrients so that it can repair itself, recover from those difficult workouts. All right, so calorie deficit, calorie surplus. You've got that. You've got your upcoming week. Now some of the food choices that you want to plug in, all right? So some of the choices you want when you're looking for carbs, you want to make sure they are nutrient-dense carbs and preferably gluten-free carbs. So potatoes are a good choice. White potatoes, sweet potatoes, either one are really good for you. They're both very dense with nutrients that your body's going to be looking for. Quinoa is another good one. Quinoa is a good choice. Rice doesn't have to be brown rice. If you like brown rice, eat brown rice. If you like white rice, eat white rice. I prefer jasmine rice, not necessarily because of the benefits of it, but because of the flavor and the taste. It's a little bit of a sticky rice with a little bit of a natural sweet flavor. So I eat a lot of jasmine rice. But the bottom line, it doesn't matter. Just make sure your rice is a good, something to eat in your workouts, in your nutrition plans, excuse me. All right, some other good choices: apples, bananas, berries. Berries are really good. A little bit, you can eat berries a lot more than you can eat bananas. Bananas are dense in nutrients, but also dense in calories. So it's a little bit on the higher glycemic side. So preferably when you're gonna eat a banana, I usually recommend moderate carb days, eat them pre-workout or post-workout, and or anytime on your carb refeed days. Other than that, cruciferous veggies, which we've already covered, some of the broccoli, cauliflower, green leafy veggies, all of those are good any day of the week, whether you're 0 carb, moderate carb, or high carb. All right, so that's the carbs. Now the proteins. You've got a carb, you've got your carb sources down. Let's choose some good proteins. Proteins, you want lean protein sources. You want chicken breast, skinless chicken breast. You want to make sure you're getting some turkey, some salmon, some tilapia if you like seafood. Those are really good choices. Even good shrimp. I like shrimp. Shrimp is full of protein. You want to make sure you're getting eggs. Pasture raised eggs or free range eggs are the preferred choice, cage free eggs. You want to make sure you're getting good eggs, but not just the egg whites. You also need the egg yolk. I'll touch on that more with the healthy fats that we're going to talk about here in a minute, but those are some really good choices. Also grass-fed beef and any kind of wild game is really good. So that's something else to think about. I've gotten questions on a lot of that. You can eat that as well. Those are going to be some of the healthier, leaner choices of meat that are going to provide tremendous benefits. And the next one, you've got your carbs, you got your protein, so we're going to get into your healthy fat sources. I like a lot of the oils, olive oil, fish oil, coconut oil, which is an MCT, medium chain triglyceride oil, which is really good. Avocados, nuts. You can have almonds, you can have walnuts. Nuts are really good, very calorie dense as well. So you're gonna get a lot of benefits with the micronutrients, but don't over consume those because there are a lot of fats. Like again, they're very dense with calories. So if you can make them fit into your daily caloric intake, then by all means eat them. They're very good benefits for you. All right, and I said I was gonna touch on the eggs. Egg yolks provide a lot of the good fats. So egg yolks are gonna have the good saturated fats that are gonna help you guys boost testosterone levels. So man, you're like me, you're older, you've got lower levels naturally. So this is one of those foods that's gonna help you boost your testosterone levels naturally. This, along with some of the workouts you're gonna be doing to boost testosterone levels, are gonna provide tremendous benefits for you older guys over 40, all right? And I'm talking to all of you. You don't have to be in your 40s, man. 50s, 60s, 70s, this is gonna benefit you as well. So make sure you are consuming all of these foods that I'm telling you about, because it's not just about the vanity, not just about how you look, it's about how you feel and how healthy you are. And you want to feel and look the same. You want to look fit, but you also want to be fit and feel like you can do anything. So that's the goal when you get older, is to maintain the way you felt in your 20s, 30s. You want to continue to feel that way as you get older. And in some cases, man, maybe feel better in your 50s, 60s, 70s than you did in your 20s. It just depends on how you treated yourself in your 20s and 30s. But that's my goal for you guys. Longevity, putting these two together, it's gonna help you, give you all the amazing benefits that you guys are looking for. It's gonna help you feel better, look better. But man, that's all I got. If you got any questions about anything I covered, if you have questions about other food sources, I mean, I didn't give you everything. I mean, the list would be long if I did that. I just wanted to give you a starting point. Once again, I just want to remind you, I mentioned it earlier in the video, but if you want something that's done for you and easy for you, already just laid out for you to follow, then click the link, check out the Ripped After 40 program that I came up with, because it's got a lot of these in there. I've also touched on nutrition and some of the important elements with nutrition, macronutrients, why they're important, same with micronutrients. But guys, that's all I got. I'll look forward to reading some of your comments, and get busy, get after it, and God bless.